What makes a city truly livable? Is it the architecture, the culture, the economy, or something less tangible? Today, we're diving into one of the world's most misunderstood urban centers, Moscow. Picture this: 19 million people packed into just 970 square miles. That's more than twice the population of New York City in less than half the space. Yet somehow, Moscow doesn't just function, it thrives. For over 850 years, this metropolis has served as Russia's capital, weathering revolution, wars, and political upheavals while continuously reinventing itself. What you're about to discover might challenge everything you thought you knew about life in Russia's beating heart. Let's talk money first. The cost of living in Moscow will surprise you. About $2,000 per month for basic. That's roughly comparable to Chicago or Philadelphia, but significantly less than New York or San Francisco. However, to live comfortably with access to the city's premium offering, you're looking at $4,000, $5,000 monthly, similar to upper middle class living in major American coastal cities. The temperature drops to around -4 degrees Fahrenheit in winter, which locals consider mild compared to northern Russia. That's actually warmer than winter in Minneapolis or Chicago's worst day, just with a longer duration. What most Americans don't realize is that Moscow houses 13 major universities, drawing ambitious young people from across the massive country. This creates an intellectual energy that rivals Boston's academic atmosphere, with cafes and public spaces buzzing with students deep in conversation. If New York's subway makes you cringe, Moscow's metro system will blow your mind. With over 160 stations spanning 11 lines, it's among the world's largest. But here's the kicker: it's basically an underground palace. Imagine the grandeur of Grand Central Terminal, but replicated across dozens of stations, each with unique artistic themes featuring chandeliers, sculptures, and mosaics. That would make the Metropolitan Museum jealous. During rush hour, trains arrive every 90 seconds, making our 10-minute subway wait seem prehistoric by comparison. When a New Yorker visits Moscow's metro, it's like going from dial-up internet to fiber optic. Hey, if you're enjoying this deep dive into one of the world's most fascinating cities, hit that subscribe button. We'll be exploring unexpected urban centers around the world, challenging perceptions and revealing what life is really like beyond tourist brochures. The surprising truth about Moscow is how alive its streets are, defying both the brutal winter reputation and political stereotypes. Red Square in St. Basil's Cathedral might be the postcard, but the real Moscow plays out along the Moscow River, lined with pedestrian zones that transform into social hotspots. Unlike the sometimes cold, mind-your-business vibe of many American cities, Muscovites are rarely seen alone. Groups gather everywhere, on sidewalks, in car, trunks with hookah pipe, yes, really, and sprawling across parks. It creates a communal atmosphere more reminiscent of Mediterranean cultures than what we typically associate with Eastern Europe. What you'll immediately notice is how dressed up everyone seems. While Americans rock athleisure to grocery stores, Muscovites don't leave home without looking sharp. It's not about wealth, it's about presentation and confidence. You'll see students in polished shoes and tailored outfits just grabbing coffee. Moscow exists in fascinating contradiction. Luxury and accessibility somehow coexist. Roll down streets like Malaya Brunaya or Petrovka, and you'll spot Bentleys and Maybachs parked outside cafes, where average folks sip coffee nearby. Picture Times Square's energy, but with the wealth display of Rodeo Drive and the urban density of Manhattan. Yet, unlike Manhattan's clear neighborhood divisions between wealth brackets, Moscow's social strata blend more visibly in public spaces. City's verticality rivals Chicago. Skyscrapers dominate the horizon, creating a skyline that feels both imposing and impressive. Moscow City, the central business district, features futuristic glass towers that would look right at home in science fiction films. What CNN won't show you is how photogenic Moscow really is. Americans often feel uncomfortable photographing strangers, but Muscovites generally don't mind. Many will even pose when they notice your camera. This creates an unusually relaxed street photography environment compared to privacy-conscious American cities. Street musicians rival those in Austin or New Orleans, performing everything from classical violin to modern electronic music. Festivals happen constantly, transforming public spaces into impromptu concert venues and art galleries. One of the most charming sights: simple wedding ceremonies along the riverbank, where dozens of couples might be getting married simultaneously on summer weekend. It's like Vegas Chapel, weddings, but outdoors, and with far more champagne. Let's address the elephant in the room. Despite geopolitical tensions, Moscow remains safe and vibrant for everyday life. This isn't political commentary, just observation. The city's streets feel secure even at night, with violent crime rates lower than many major American cities. The disconnect between international perception and daily reality creates cognitive dissonance for first-time visitors. While government policies generate headlines, ordinary Muscovites go about their lives, pursuing education, careers, and relationships just like Americans do. What's truly counterintuitive is how a society often portrayed as restrictive displays such freedom in personal expression. Fashion ranges from ultra-conservative to avant-garde experimental, with young people particularly embracing creative self-expression through style. Moscow offers valuable perspective on urban development for American cities facing density challenges. As places like Los Angeles and Houston grow increasingly congested, Moscow's efficient public transportation and vertical development provide alternative models worth considering. The city demonstrates how culture and community can thrive even in extreme climates, something residents of Minneapolis or Buffalo might appreciate. Social warmth compensates for meteorological cold, creating year-round vitality despite harsh conditions. If you've enjoyed this genuine look at Moscow beyond the stereotype, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone whose perception of international cities could use some nuance. Drop a comment about which misunderstood global city you'd like us to explore next. Is it Tehran, Beijing, Lagos? The world is full of urban centers whose reality differs dramatically from their international reputation, and we're here to bridge those gaps. Until next time, keep your mind open and your passport ready.